Hey Mike, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Joe?
Good, good. Like I mentioned over the phone, I work in the retirement services division at Paychex. I meet with our current payroll clients, small business clients, to discuss pre-tax retirement strategies for small businesses for a number of different reasons. One, to reduce some personal taxes, some corporate taxes, to obviously help and plan for retirement, and then also to look at ways to attract and retain employees. So my goal today is just to have a conversation with you. It's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes, learn a little bit about the business, ask you a couple questions, and then at the end of our conversation, we'll be able to decide if it makes sense to set something up for you. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right, great. Mike, before we dive into it, I want to show you my wheel of service here.
Okay.
Just kind of gives you like a 360 view of everything that Paychex does.
Sure.
So I know you recently came onto our payroll service not too long ago. My partner Cody helped you get that set up. That's where you are now. Obviously, we set you up online. Did you play around with our technology yet? Did you use the app?
Yeah, I love it.
The app is awesome.
Great.
Paychex spent millions of dollars in our technology. You can get all your reports online. You can process payroll from your app. It's great. Paychex been around for about 50 years, and our founder really wanted to have a one-stop shop for small businesses. So we're Paychex is a full human capital management company. So if you ever need to add health insurance, or I don't know if Cody said your workers' comp.
Yep, I got workers' comp.
Workers' comp.
Yep.
Paychex is a top 10 insurance broker, so you can broker that all through Paychex as well. Here is what we're going to talk about today, some pre-tax benefits. Paychex is actually the largest 401k provider in the country.
Oh, wow.
We work with so many small businesses. We have about 700,000 payroll clients that, being a small business owner, you're not necessarily working for a government agency where you have any type of pension, or you're not a school teacher or a policeman. So being a small business owner, you need to set up your own retirement plan and kind of
Yeah, I've been thinking about that.
force save, exactly. So that's what we're going to go through today, so we'll be able to talk about that.
Okay.
Here, HR administration, what that is, for a small business, you're not going to be able to, not that you're not going to be able to, but typically a small business is going to hire an HR director to come on staff for $100,000 a year to put all their policies and procedures in place, put together their employee handbook. So we outsource that. You could outsource that through Paychex and have an HR consultant work with you for a fraction of a cost what it would cost to hire someone.
Oh, okay.
Time and labor management, time clocks. I know you're a pool company. You can have geo-fencing time clocks, have guys clock in from job sites.
Oh, wow.
Merchant services. So Paychex does it all for you. We're a one-stop shop for a small business, which is really great.
Cool.
I just want to kind of open up your eyes to everything that we do as a...
I appreciate it. I could definitely probably use help shopping for health insurance, because I am looking at adding some benefits now for my guys.
Okay.
We've been thinking about that for this year.
All right, great. All right, so I'll have my health insurance partner reach out to you. He's up in Rochester. His name's Brendan. He'll probably shoot you over an email and give you a call, okay?
Great.
Today, I definitely want to talk about some of the retirement stuff with you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm all ears.
All right, cool. All right, Mike, so tell me a little bit about the business. You know, how'd you get started?
Yeah, so this was my grandfather's company, passed down to my father and then passed down to me. We've been doing pools since the 50s.
Oh, wow, excellent.
Yeah.
Is your father still working with it as well?
My father's, he's still part of the business, but, he's winding down. I run the day-to-day operations.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you take over?
I took over about 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And were you doing anything before that, or were you always working for your father?
I always worked here.
Okay.
I did have a bartending job in college, but I've always worked here.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yup, this is my life.
Could you tell me how the business has been doing, what your plans are for growth?
Yeah, we're growing, for sure. Every year we've grown since we've opened. We're one of the largest pool companies on Long Island. And got about 30 guys working for me right now.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
How about your competition?
Yeah, there's a lot of competition here for sure.
A lot of competition.
Yeah, all over Long Island there's pool companies, yeah.
Yeah. Tax-wise, did you get hit with some taxes last year?
Yeah,
On the
we always,
business
we
end?
always have to pay. We do the best we can to minimize that. But, you know, we always have to pay, for sure.
You remember how much approximately for 2018 or 2017?
I don't remember exactly. I think it was in the neighborhood of about 50,000.
Oh, wow.
We had to pay. Yeah, we had a lot of profit last year. We had a good year, so that's what you get.
That's what you get, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so talk to me about some of your employees. You have 30 employees,
Yes, about 30. Yep.
all full-time?
They are. Yes, they're all full time during the season,
Okay.
and then we go down to like a skeleton crew in the winter. We just do some snow plowing, so we'll go down to about 10
Okay.
in the winter.
You just kind of keep on with your 10 top?
Yeah, these guys have been with us, 20 plus years, all of them.
Oh, wow. So these guys have all been with you?
Yeah,
The main 10 been with you for 20 years?
yeah, these are lifers.
Yeah, you're some valuable employees, right?
Yup.
And I know you said you're looking to, add in some benefits like health insurance. Are your employees asking for that?
Yeah, my employees specifically, they were asking for benefits. Yep, definitely.
What were they asking specifically?
They need health insurance, and they were looking for some kind of retirement plan. Definitely. So I've been talking to my financial advisor for a couple of years now about setting one up. We just never did it.
Okay, excellent. You work with a financial advisor?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What's his name?
Steve Jones.
Steve Jones.
Yes.
Sounds familiar. I work with a lot of financial advisors. Where's he out of?
Melville. He works for Raymond James.
Okay, Raymond James. Cool.
Yeah.
So what did your advisor say? What was his recommendation?
He thinks I should set up a plan. We just never got around to doing it.
Never got around.
Yep.
Did he mention what specifically?
No, I don't remember if he was saying
Some
like
type of retirement.
like a SEP IRA or something like that. Something.
Okay. Cool. All right, so your employees are asking for benefits. You got your top 10 guys that stay around all year. Obviously, besides those 10, a lot of turnover with the other.
We've had some turnover. We do.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. And I want to talk to you about you. So your personal retirement. So are you currently doing anything? I know you work with your financial advisor.
Not really. I do have some money in real estate. I own the building
Okay.
here, but nothing really like a retirement plan. I don't really have anything like that. I have life insurance.
Okay. You ever think about retirement yet? I know you're still pretty young.
I do, mostly because my guys bring it up, but yeah, I know I probably need to start doing something.
Okay. You ever take a look at what retirement's gonna? Ever think about what retirement's gonna look like for you?
Well,
Any,
I know what I would like it to look like. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be that.
What would you like?
I'd like to travel. I love to play golf, so I want to play golf around the world. I have a son, and God willing, I'll have grandchildren one day. I want to hang out with them. So I want to do the American dream, living into my golden years.
Absolutely. That's
You know?
typically what we hear. Travel, family, all great things for retirement.
Sure.
All right, cool. So I think that sums up what we have to go through.
Okay.
Let's slide this over so you can take a look on my
Okay.
computer. So based on what we discussed, you obviously need to look at a way to reduce some taxes. The business got hit last year with 50 grand in taxes.
Yeah.
It's great the business is growing, profitable, but you're getting killed in taxes. So we're gonna look at some ways to reduce that.
Okay.
Obviously, we need to look at some ways to plan for your retirement.
Sure.
I see here on your payroll you're about 37 years old.
Yes, that's right.
So starting a retirement nest egg, we'll go through that, what that will look like for you.
Okay.
And then also we'll talk about some ways to attract and retain some employees. So you 10 valued employees.
Yeah.
So some ways to retain them to make sure that they don't jump ship and work for one of your competitors. 'Cause like you said, there's a million pool companies on Long Island.
Yeah, they're definitely looking for something. Yep.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we'll talk about that as well. So Mike, when you talk about retirement, retirement is supposed to be a four-legged stool, having money diversified. So Social Security, I wouldn't really count that to be a retirement. It's not designed to be a retirement plan, which we'll go through in the next slide.
Sure.
Having your savings, it's always important to have a little bit of savings, your investments, your real estate, you own the business, and then something specific that you can pull from retirement, like a 401k plan. That's what a diversified retirement looks like.
Okay.
Social Security, so it was only really designed to replace about 27% of your income. I don't know about you, but I won't be able to survive with only 27% of my income in retirement. In 2018, it's actually paying out more than it collects. With all the baby boomers retiring now,
Wow.
we're living longer, so Social Security is paying out more than it collects right now.
Makes
And then
sense.
by 2034, it's going to be out of funds. So we don't know what's going to happen yet, but it's definitely not something you want to just kind of rely on.
No, definitely not. I've
Right.
heard that.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. Another 15 years, we don't know what's going to happen, so
Sure.
we'll see. um, so what this here is showing is the reality for most Americans. We're calling it a retirement crisis now. So 1 out of every 3 Americans have nothing for retirement.
Well,
Luckily for you, you're still in a good situation. I meet with about 15 to 20 business owners a week, and I meet with people in their 60s and 70s, and they're like, I got nothing. What can you do for me? I want to retire in 5 years, and I feel bad. It's kind of tough. So you're a little bit in a better situation. You have time on your hands, so we can talk about ways to get to retirement, so you can travel, play golf, spend time with your family.
okay. Sounds good to me.
All right, Mike. So what this is showing here is just kind of how the pre-tax advantage works. Are you familiar with pre-tax?
I've heard it. Yeah, I think I know how it works.
All right, so let me show you this example here. I always show this to everyone. Just kind of, when someone showed this to me, it helped sink in.
Okay.
It's simple math. So let's say you pay yourself $1,000 a week, right?
Yep.
The first thing you have to do is pay taxes.
Oh, yeah.
New York, average tax rate's 25 to 35%. So 30% is the average,
Okay.
right? So you pay your taxes, you're left with $700. You currently saving some money in your savings account?
Yeah, I try, definitely.
So you put $100 away into your savings account, you're left with $600,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
In a pre-tax retirement plan, we can actually pull that money from your payroll before we pull the taxes. So now your taxable income is going to go from 1,000 to 900,
Got it.
right? Now the same tax bracket, the same 30%, is going to go down to 270, right?
Got it.
So you're saving the same amount of money, but you're actually coming up with an extra $30 in your pocket.
Sounds pretty good.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me, yeah, as long as I'm allowed to do that.
Oh, of course. And then what this here is showing, so this is actually comparing someone who does it post-tax, like example on top, and someone who's doing it pre-tax, like the example on the bottom.
Okay.
So now, you're a young guy, you have 30 years to on your side, so you can take a look at this bottom example. So by saving your money pre-tax, based off of someone who does it for $500 a month,
Yeah.
it's an extra $440,000 in your retirement account, just by sheltering that money pre-tax, because you're deferring your taxes and you're making interest on that money you would have paid in taxes.
I got it.
So instead of giving your money to Uncle Sam now, you're allowed to put it into your retirement account and let it grow over time.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Makes total sense.
Any questions with that?
No, everything, you're making it easy to understand.
All right, cool. What this here showing is compounding interest. So
Okay.
I always compare it to a snowball, right? So let's say you had 2 mountains, right? A little small baby mountain and a really big mountain, right?
Yeah.
And you take the same size snowball and you roll it from the top.
Yep.
Which mountain's gonna have a bigger snowball?
The big mountain.
Right? Simple. the mountain resembles time. So obviously, the longer the snowball rolls, the bigger and bigger it's going to get.
Oh, okay.
And that's how interest works. The more time on your side, the bigger and bigger your retirement account's going to grow.
Cool.
So what this is showing here, you look at someone, again, the same example, $500 a month, 10, 20, 29, and 30 years. You look at this 1 year difference down the stretch, it's an extra $112,000 a year compared to the first 10 years. So like I was telling you earlier, when I meet with guys in their 60s and they're like, I got 5 years to retire, it's not going to yield as much as someone like you who's got time on your side.
I get it.
So time has a lot to do with these plans.
Okay.
Any questions on that?
No, it makes sense to me.
All right, Mike. So I'm going to show you my retirement calculator right here. So, Mike, I see in your payroll you're making $75,000. Is that correct?
Yep, that's when I'm on the books. Yep.
Okay. And we're in New York, one of the highest taxes.
Yep.
About 30% sounds right for your tax bracket?
Yeah, it's about right. I would agree with that.
And we said you were, what, 36, 37?
Yep, there'll be 37 this month.
Okay, so 37. You know what age you like to retire?
Tomorrow.
We all want to retire tomorrow. I'm going to put, let's do 30 years.
Okay.
About average. The average, Americans are retiring later and later, so the average retirement is between 65 and 70, so we'll go right in the middle.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
And you said you had nothing saved for retirement yet? And
No, nothing in like a
I
real,
know you
like,
had life insurance.
no real retirement account savings.
Okay. So let's drop that down. Now, Mike, how much money would you say you could put away per month or per year? Or even per week? I can figure it out.
I could probably, if I had to, put like $1,000 a month.
Ah, great. That's a good place to start. It's about 12,000. Ah, perfect. All right, Mike. So what I'm going to show you here is I plugged in all your stats. I put your salary in, your age. I put in $1,000 a month. Now, if you did $1,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
And you did that for 30 years, in your retirement account, you'll have just under 1.5 million.
Wow.
1.468 to be exact. Let me just jot that down for you.
Whoa.
Now, the other advantage is, you see how you're putting in 12,000. Your take-home pay is only going to change by 8. It's only going to feel like 8,400 is coming out of your check. Because remember this example I showed you?
Got it.
You don't have to pay. You're deferring your taxes.
Got
so
it.
you're actually saving $3,600 in taxes. That make sense?
That makes total sense.
Now, I'm going to show you, this here is employer match. So the average small business matches themselves between 3 and 4%. So I'm going to put a 3.5% match just to kind of show you what that looks like. So if you match yourself from the business, 3.5%, that's going to increase your retirement to 1.789.
Okay.
So just by adding that small match from your company, you're going to add an extra $320,000 into your retirement account.
Cool.
Now I want to show you one other thing, because it's usually pretty eye-opening. Remember we talked about the mountain and the time?
Yes.
So if you waited 1 year
Uh-huh.
until you were 38 to start this plan, your retirement's going to go from 1.78 to 1.642
Whoa.
by waiting 1 year. So that's another 140,000, give or take.
Yeah.
By not putting in 12,000, it's going to cost you 140,000. And if you break that down per month, you know, it's 11, 12,000 a month.
Wow.
Right? Any questions with that?
No, I get it.
Makes sense, right?
Makes sense, yeah.
All right, Mike, so let me switch back to this. So it's real simple how 401k works. There's three buckets that you're going to put money into, right? Your first bucket is, like we said, the $1,000 a week. It's going to come from your payroll deduction,
Okay.
all right? Here we're going to have an employer match. So because you're an S corp, you're an employee of the company as well. You can also match yourself.
Okay.
And get receive a match from the company.
Cool.
Now the match from the company is going to be 100% tax deductible, so you're writing it off as a business expense, reducing that $50,000 in taxes you're going to pay.
Got it. Now it's all coming together.
Mm-hmm. So now, instead of going out in the year buying a truck, tools, stuff you might not necessarily need to look for more expenses for the company, you can fund. By funding that match, it's all going to reduce your tax liabilities.
Nice.
Last bucket here is profit sharing. It's a completely discretionary, and it's simply just a way to extend the match, is the best way to explain it.
All right.
So you match, if you want to do another 10% or 20% at the end of the year, you contact Paychecks, we'll run the numbers for you. And again, this is going to help reduce that tax liability. Because again, anything that you fund through that is 100% tax deductible, and it's going to reduce the taxes. And it's not subject to any payroll tax,
Oh, wow.
which is nice too. So you
That
don't have
is
to pay
cool.
any payroll tax on that money. What are your questions?
No, I think it's pretty straightforward. And my employees could do this too?
Yes. So your eligible employees would receive this. So your 10 full-time guys that are around all year long, they're going to be eligible for this
Okay.
plan. I know you have like another 15 to 20 seasonal guys. So we can set up the plan where if they don't meet 1,000 hours in the year, they won't be eligible.
All right. I want everybody to do it.
All right. So that's I'm giving you the maximum.
Okay.
You can put no restrictions on this plan and have everyone
Yeah.
available.
No, I want to take care of my guys. I'd like to offer this to everybody if I could.
Awesome. So as far as the waiting period, you can do 30 days, 60 days. You can do no days. So that's all.
Yeah,
up to
probably
you.
make them wait like a month or two.
Yeah. All right.
3 months maybe.
All right, so we'll do like a 90-day wait period,
Okay.
and everyone will be eligible after 90 days. So if you onboard a new employee, they have to wait 90 days, and they'd be eligible for the plan.
Oh, okay. That
All right.
sounds good to me.
And then the way it works is they have to put in some of their own money to receive some money from the company. So they have to put in at least 6% of their paycheck, and they'll receive 3.5% from the company.
All right. I could probably do that.
Yeah. You think this makes sense for you?
I think it does make sense. Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
All right, so let's move on. The great thing about Paychecks is we're the only ones that can actually integrate with your payroll. So a little bit of an unfair advantage. There's a million companies that, not a million companies, but there's a lot of companies that miss their 401k plans.
Yeah, I know.
The beauty of Paychecks is we integrate with your payroll, that it's seamless. So if an employee wants to make a change to their 401k, they literally just go onto the Paychecks app that we were talking about earlier, and they can make a change right from there, and it feeds the payroll. They don't have to bother you or notify you about anything. It's fully integrated.
All right. That sounds
We'll be
good.
doing the third-party administration and the record keeping. Paychecks, like I was telling you earlier, we're the largest 401k provider in the country. We have over 82,000 plans serving 840,000 participants. So just under 1 million participants are in our 401k plan.
Wow, it's crazy.
Technology. Okay. So Mike, just gonna go through the proposal with you to get this set up, and we just have a couple signatures. So Mike, to set up this plan, there's a one-time setup fee of $22.50
Okay.
to set up and onboard the plan. Ongoing monthly fee is $175 per month, and then it's an additional $5 per employee.
All right. Well, thanks for the information, Joe. Appreciate you coming in today, and I'll let you know for sure.
Okay. Well, we have some paperwork here to get this set up. It takes about 30 business days to set up the plan. What I'm going to do is come back, do an enrollment meeting, meet with all your employees, and then we'll get them enrolled in the plan. And the plan will be live about what's today? About May 7th.
Okay. Do I have to make a decision now?
Well, I mean, we're here today. I mean, I want to answer any questions you have, and I mean, it makes sense. I know you're very busy.
Yeah. I always lean on my my financial advisor for stuff like this and my accountant. So I would want to run it by them. And then, of course, my dad is still involved, so I do want to talk to him before I do anything for sure.
Okay. Well, that's right. I know you work with your financial advisor. So on the investment side, we're going to be able to work with Steve. So I'm going to get his contact info from you, and I can reach out to him.
Oh, okay.
And we can attach Steve to the plan so he can manage the portfolio and work with your employees on the investment side.
Okay.
I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not in competition with Steve. Paychecks can work with any advisor. We have a partnership with Raymond Jones, and we can set him up on the plan. That's very simple. Even Steve's been telling you, you told me that Steve's been telling you to set something up.
He has, yeah.
I think you told me told you to set up a SEP, and just to circle back real quick, the SEP is the discretionary profit sharing.
Ah.
So you're actually gonna have the SEP part of it plus the 401k part of it.
Oh, that sounds better.
We're giving you both, yeah.
All right.
So I know Steve's been telling you to set something up. So, I mean, what are your thoughts?
I have to ask, could you do better on the price?
Yeah, I can work with you on the price. Are you ready? If I can work with you on the price, we can get this set up?
Well, yeah, talk to me. What can you do on the price?
What do you have an issue with, the setup fee or is it the monthly?
The setup fee is the setup fee. It's, I don't mind. It's one time, right?
It's a one-time setup fee to set up the plan.
Okay. The ongoing fees, if I can keep it down, because I have 30 guys, $5 per participant could add up quick, I think. So
Okay.
maybe if you could help me with the ongoing.
Okay. So what I can do for you, I can give you a discount. I'll bring the monthly fee. I can take that down to $160,
Okay.
and I can take the per participant fee down to $375 a month.
Okay. And that's the best you could do?
Yeah, that's
All right. I feel comfortable with that. I could do that.
okay. All right, cool. So I just got a couple documents here. I'm just gonna have you sign off on.
Sounds good.
All right, excellent.